Did you know? In the dark, goldfish slowly fade from gold to pale. Goldfish get their stunning reds and golds from pigments called carotenoids. Basically, dietary color superpowers stored in special skin cells. But they need light to keep those colors bright. In light, pigment cells spread out and show off those vivid hues. In darkness, the pigments clump together, making your goldfish look pale, like it's in need of a vacation. Goldfish make more melatonin in the dark, just like we do, and that tells their pigment cells to chill out even more. The good news? A few days in the dark won't doom your fish's fashion sense, it's mostly reversible. But leave them in the dark for months, and that fading might be permanent. Fun fact: this isn't just a goldfish thing, tons of fish, reptiles, and even some crustaceans change color with the light. Did you know? Manatees can get frostbite in water below 20 degrees Celsius. Manatees are warm-blooded mammals, but here's the catch: they barely have any blubber. Unlike chunky whales or seals, manatees evolved in cozy, warm waters, which means their bodies are terrible at keeping in heat. When water drops below 68 degrees Fahrenheit, manatees can get cold stress syndrome. We're talking skin lesions, sloughing skin, even pneumonia. It's like a really bad spa day. Their blood vessels clamp down, cutting off warmth, and sometimes their flippers and noses get frostbite. That's why every winter manatees huddle at warm springs or power plant outflows. So, next time you complain about the cold, just remember, manatees have it way worse. Did you know? Elephants can die from grief if their mate dies. Elephants form incredibly strong bonds, they're basically the ultimate family animals. When an elephant loses a close companion, you'll often see them linger by the body, touch the bones, or withdraw from the herd. That's not just drama, it's real grief. The stress and depression can make them stop eating, get lethargic, and yes, even weaken their immune system, making them more likely to get sick or injured. Wildlife researchers have even seen elephants decline rapidly after losing a partner. Remember Lawrence Anthony's rescued elephants? After he passed away, the herd traveled miles just to mourn at his home. Elephants really feel, and sometimes their hearts do break. Did you know? It's an Australian tradition to eat sausages at polling places on election day. On election day in Australia, you don't just cast your vote, you grab a democracy sausage. Schools, charities, and community groups set up sizzling barbecues right outside polling places, serving grilled sausages on white bread, topped with onions and your choice of sauce. Why? Well, voting is compulsory in Australia, so almost everyone shows up, making it the perfect time for a community fundraiser. The phrase democracy sausage caught on in the 2010 S and has become a beloved Aussie nickname. So much that the Electoral Commission even shares sausage stand maps and emojis. Vegetarian options? Absolutely. The tradition is so iconic, democracy sausage was named Australia's Word of the Year in 2016. So next election, remember, in Australia it's not just about democracy, it's about delicious sausages too. Did you know? Reindeer are among the very few mammals that can see UV light. Living in the harsh Arctic, where winter sun hangs low and snow reflects intense UV light, reindeer needed an edge to survive. While we see white snow everywhere, reindeer spot their favorite winter snack, lichens, which absorb UV light, making them pop like neon signs against the snow. Even predators like wolves can't hide, their UV-absorbing fur creates a dark silhouette. Here's the kicker. In winter, the reflective layer behind reindeer's retina changes from gold to deep blue, boosting their light sensitivity in those dim, snowy conditions. Did you know? Nearly every brand of hard liquor is vegan. Hard liquor, like vodka, gin, rum, tequila, whiskey, is made by fermenting plants then distilling the alcohol. No animals required. But there are a few sneaky exceptions. Cream liqueurs like classic Baileys contain dairy. Some spirits use honey for flavor, and that pretty red liqueur? If it says carmine, it's colored with crushed insects. Rarely, animal products like isinglass or gelatin are used for filtering, but it's mostly small batch stuff. Want to be sure? Check the brand's site, or the Vegan Booze Bible, barnivore.com. And here's a twist. Beer and wine are more likely to be non-vegan than your liquor cabinet. Did you know? It costs almost $290,000 per year in fees to run a hot dog cart near the Central Park Zoo in New York City. That's more than most people pay for an entire Manhattan apartment. But here's the twist. Vendors still make around $100,000 profit annually, thanks to endless streams of hungry tourists. And premium pricing on everything from hot dogs to bottled water. Compare that to other NYC spots that cost just $700 a year and you'll understand why this corner is pure gold. Did you know? Japanese hire falconers to protect their solar panel. At solar farms across Japan, crows were dropping stones onto solar panels. While the panels didn't shatter, the debris led to overheating and costly long-term damage. So what did the operators do? They turned to falconers. Yes, actual humans with trained hawks or falcons. The raptors don't attack, but just their presence tells crows, "Not your turf, buddy." This non-lethal bird control works so well, it's used at airports and even city centers around the world. No high-tech gadgets needed, just ancient teamwork. Human and hawk versus the wily crow. Next time you see a solar panel, remember, nature's oldest rivalry is fighting for clean energy. Did you know? In Australia there are nearly twice the amount of kangaroos as there are humans. Australia's human population is about 26 million. But kangaroos? Estimates say there are anywhere from 40 to 50 million hopping around. That's almost double the number of people. Imagine every Aussie having their own personal kangaroo. And then some. These numbers bounce around depending on the weather. After heavy rains, kangaroos party, breeding skyrockets. But during droughts, the population drops. Fun fact, each year about 1.5 million kangaroos are harvested for meat and leather. That's just 3% of the total. And while urban states like Victoria have more humans, in the outback, kangaroos dominate. So next time you visit Australia, remember, you're outnumbered by kangaroos. Did you know? Arachibutyrophobia is the fear of peanut butter sticking to the roof of the mouth. The name actually comes from Arachis, that's the peanuts genus. Plus, butyrum, meaning butter, and phobia, meaning fear. But here's the catch, you won't find this one in any official psychology manual. It's more of a quirky trivia fact than a real diagnosis. Though some folks might actually feel anxious after a sticky PB&J incident as a kid. If it's a real issue, experts suggest small exposures, therapy, or relaxation tricks. Did you know? Sunflowers can help clean radioactive soil. This is called phytoremediation, using plants to pull pollutants from the ground. Sunflowers are pros at absorbing nasty stuff like lead, arsenic, and even radioactive isotopes like cesium-137 and strontium-90. Their roots suck up contaminants from soil and water, locking them in their stems and leaves. Once the plants are full, they're harvested and disposed of safely, so the pollution is concentrated in the sunflower, not the ground. Real-life superhero moments? In Chernobyl and Fukushima, sunflowers were planted by the millions to help soak up radioactive mess after nuclear disasters. It's not a magic fix, but it's one way nature helps us heal the earth one sunflower at a time. Did you know? Temperature can influence how we feel and act toward others. Researchers at Yale found that holding a warm drink can literally make you rate strangers as kinder and more trustworthy. It's like your brain is saying, "This warmth feels nice. Maybe people are nice too." But flip the switch to cold, and suddenly folks seem a bit more distant. That's not just a metaphor. Brain scans show the same areas light up whether you're feeling physical or social warmth. Now crank up the heat and things can get spicy in a bad way. Hot weather is linked to more irritability and even crime. And yes, winter blues are real. When the temperature drops and sunlight fades, people tend to pull back socially. So next time you want friendlier vibes, offer a warm drink. Did you know? Walking straight with your eyes closed is nearly impossible. When you take away your sense of sight, your brain goes into navigation panic mode. Suddenly you're relying on your inner ear and muscle memory and body position to stay on track. But here's the twist, nobody's legs are perfectly even, and even tiny differences in stride or balance will send you slowly veering off course, sometimes into a full circle. A 2009 study from the Max Planck Institute put this to the test. Volunteers walked blindfolded through open fields and forests. Nearly everyone ended up wandering in loops, some even crossed their own path without knowing it. This isn't just for walks either. Swimmers and drivers in heavy fog do the same thing. Which way you turn, that's anyone's guess. Fatigue, wind, or bumpy ground can flip your curve mid-step. Did you know? Parts of your brain are always falling asleep. Yep, even when you're wide awake. Scientists call it local sleep. Basically, small groups of your brain cells go offline for a few moments, taking a micro break even while the rest of your brain keeps running the show. So why does this happen? It's like your brain is doing staggered maintenance, preventing overload and giving tired neurons a moment to recover. It's more likely if you're exhausted, stressed, or doing something repetitive like counting sheep or spreadsheets. How do you notice? Maybe you forget a word, miss a note in a song, or zone out while driving, even with your eyes open. It's your brain's version of hitting the snooze button, just for a split second. So next time you blank out mid-sentence, don't worry. Like and subscribe for more fun facts.